was a long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams. For the story that you are about to be told took place in the holiday worlds of old. Now you've probably wondered where holidays come from. If you haven't, I'd say it's time you begun.
Before anyone says anything, I know the quality is shit. It looked alright until I tried putting it into Movie Maker. The Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge, for the PlayStation 2, is a fairly good game for tie-in. Though this game, while most of it is based on the movie, the story is actually set after it. Hence the title, Oogie's Revenge. And unbelievably, it is not a rhythm action game that has you flailing a stick around as if you were experiencing a great seizure, nor does it have you spazzing about on a giant D-pad as if you were a furious child hopped up on sugar and energy drinks. No, this game, surprisingly, is a 3D beat-em-up. I say 3D in that you are fighting in 3D environments. Being a fighting game, and Jack, being a spindly skeleton, surely you would have a weapon? You do, something called the Soul Robber. Or rather, a snot whip. An extremely versatile snot whip at that. It seems that you can find really interesting things up your nose much better than gold. To attack with a snot. I mean Soul Robber, you have to hit the square button. Hitting the square button multiple times allows you to pull off combos, though you hit 3 times in succession. Continued pressing allows combos. The triangle button allows you to grab enemies and slam them into the ground, with repeated presses resulting in the enemy getting pounded against the ground multiple times. Holding down either button briefly charges the respective attack, allowing you to pull off a stronger version of the attack. As well as this, rotating the left analog stick 360 degrees and pressing square makes Jack perform a spinning attack, a common attack in most fighting games that should be spammed in times of clusterfuck. Circle jumps and dodges. In combat, one press of the circle button will have Jack leap in a direction, dodging attacks, and repeated presses result in more jumps as he flips about like the flexible maniac he is, and at the end of your jumping, he takes a little bow. Awesome touch, that. The X button is your action button, used for talking and examining things, and using items on the sub-screens, or rather, pause screens. As you progress through the game, you unlock different costumes, 2 of which are unlocked through the story. These 2 are alternate forms for Jack, quite simply the Pumpkin King outfit and Santa outfit. The Pumpkin King outfit allows you to refire with a square button, being your flamethrower attack, and the triangle, being an explosive attack, called the Fire Bomb. Your fury attacks are powered by these items, called Red Souls, which we'll touch on later. 10 seconds of flamethrower with you holding down to continue using eats up 1 red soul, and the fire bomb eats up 1 red soul per use. The Santa Jack outfit has you using special presents to attack. Square throws the presents. Triangle switches between the present types you have. Aside from your basic attack present, there are 4 others, one that lowers the enemy levels, one that freezes them and hurts them, one that stuns them, and the last one protects Jack temporarily, though this one is only available on the easy difficulty. The L2 button activates the presents after they are thrown. You switch between suits with the L2 and R2. There are extra costumes, though they are merely different suits, for Jack's normal self. You can get him a cape, for example. There is actually a fair amount of depth in the game, as you can see, and you can buy upgrades from the Witch Shop for each of your abilities. You can upgrade the Soul Robber, get new presents and upgrade them, or get more red souls for you to use, as well as upgrading the Fury attacks. The currency used is money, and that brings us neatly to items. In the game, there are many items. Blue souls, which temporarily boosts your attack strengths and gives your Soul Robber a nice blue color for the duration of the item. Red souls are needed for the Pumpkin King's abilities to use his attacks. There are also normal souls, which make up the currency in this game. During boss battles, notes come flying out of the boss as you deal damage to them. I'll get to them later. Crystal skulls, completely unrelated to a certain horrible movie that is not part of an amazing franchise, are used to form crystal bottles in which you store the green fountain water which heals you. And there are various more items used in the story and so on. You may have already noticed that during boss fights, musical notes come flying out of the boss as you deal damage, and they fill up a meter on screen. When that meter fills, a special mode activates and you have to tap buttons when they pass through the box on screen. This is dance mode, the rhythm part of the game that is needed in a Nightmare Before Christmas game. Get through it all, and massive damage will be dealt to the boss. Hell, the final boss is fought entirely through dance mode. I can just continue rambling on, but I'll close here. The game is 24 chapters long and will last you a good while with mission finish rankings. There's a lot of stuff in there, and you will enjoy it if you enjoyed the movie. And fear not, there is also an Xbox version as well, but no GameCube. But anyway, the game is extremely good. Get it if you're a fan of the movie, or if you want a nice beat 'em up. Great game, recommended.